is Talk Tuesday, and we are talking affirmations today. We are going to just briefly go over it. I have already written out a blog, your affirmation guide. So if you want more information on it, you'll have to go over to the website. But there's a few things that I wanted to bring up because it's really important. We're coming up into the new moon, and this new moon has some real intense energy, y'all. Like, I'm not even joking. I know I say that a lot, but it's some really intense energy, and getting familiar with your affirmations are going to help you get into a better vibration, which is going to in turn help you manifest the things that you're truly desiring. But not only that, when you're doing affirmations, it sends off some feel-good vibes within the body. And when we're doing that, that brings up your frequency. And when we can bring up your frequency, it actually brings up your immune system as well. And we all could use that too. Yeah? Yeah. All right. So if you're here live with me, make sure you say hi. I want to know that you're here. If you end up catching this on the replay, just leave me a hashtag replay and I will know that you watched. All right, beautiful. So hopefully you do see somewhere there that I have the link for the affirmation guide. I still don't know where that comes up when it says to promote a link. So I'm just going to quickly copy it again and put it back in there. Hold on one second. Hello, Mariana. Hello, hello, hello. All right. I'm really excited about this chat. I literally just busted out this blog yesterday. Super quick, and it felt so good. It flowed so well, and it's just such a message from the heart because I started on my journey. I started with EFT tapping. If you don't know what that is, I highly recommend you look into it because it's a very effective emotional freedom technique is what it's called, EFT tapping. And it just set off all of these different wheels that went into motion to basically get me where I am now. And we talked about affirmations, and honestly, I hated it. I didn't want anything to do with affirmations. I didn't want to look at it. I just did not want any part of affirmations. And that's just because to me at that time, it just felt really weird to say things that maybe didn't feel true to me or didn't really resonate with me. And it was important to me that I just be honest with myself, right? And doing affirmations that don't necessarily resonate with you doesn't mean that you're not being honest with yourself. It just means that you're setting in a reprogramming. So that's what affirmations are all about. So I want you to visualize your brain as this very intricate roadmap, okay? And in this roadmap, you're gonna have all of these little posts, okay? Like all of these little things that are just sticking up all over these pathways. Those are called nodes, and those nodes get created through events. So these could be positive events, these could be negative events, this could be trauma, this could be any sort of thing. But it's those pathways that get created that make your behaviors and patterns. That kind of creates the ego, creates the walls, creates that recognition of the things that feel really good. Like this event happened and that feels really good. So that's what I want to keep doing. That's the nodes that it's creating, right? So when we're doing affirmations, basically you're reprogramming the brain. You're getting rid of those nodes that doesn't allow you to move past certain patterns and behaviors. You're removing those nodes that create fear and anxiety towards certain events and situations and conversations and all of the stuff, right? So if you can reprogram your brain to stop doing those things, hello, you're going to be a manifesting machine. You're going to be able to just pick up a situation and just be able to move on from it in a whim instead of being triggered by things that have happened in your past. Because your brain automatically goes like, ooh, that happened a long time ago and I did not like that. No, you didn't. But if you can heal those nodes that got created, creating a new pathway towards behavior, then you don't need to worry about that anymore. You're not going to get triggered like you did before. And that ultimately is going to let you live a better life because you're not going to be stuck in all of this fear and anxiety and other negative emotions. And then on the flip side of it, for the positive, it's going to help you create and bring in more of that, because we're all about creating the space for manifestation. It's what I talk about all of the flipping time, right? Like, I feel like I say it every time I'm on here, and creating that space is creating the new pathways in the brain. So affirmations, like, how do they work? So a lot of people say affirmations don't work. There's no way that they work. I can't just sit there and tell myself things and all of a sudden it's like working. Okay, so I'm going to challenge you on that though, because there's both positive and negative affirmations, right? Yeah, there are positive and negative affirmations. So when we look at affirmations, when we see it in the negative perspective, that's us having self-sabotaging talk to ourselves. That's us saying, oh, I was so silly for doing that, or oh, why did I say that? Or anything that's like, oh, I'm so stupid, or I'm so, just whatever. Negative affirmations work just like positive affirmations do. Because when you're saying those things to yourself and having that conversation with yourself, guess what? Those are the things that are getting programmed into the brain and creating those new nodes and new pathways, right? So we want to make sure that we're healing those too, and the negative affirmations that we say to ourselves all the time. But I mean, it's completely within our DNA. If you checked out my, what was it? The living in the present, if you watched the video or if you read the blog, I talked about that a lot, how it's ingrained in our DNA because it's part of our survival. I just had it. It's just part of our survival instincts, right? Because a long time ago, we needed to be very aware of everything that was going on around us, and we needed to have that fear within our systems to alert us when there was danger, right? But we're in a situation where, yes, there are still some dangers out there. We do still need to be aware, but not to the extent that it's within our DNA, that it is ingrained within us. So we don't need to fall victim to our DNA, meaning we don't have to fall victim to our fears, and we can actually heal and overcome them, because you in fact can heal your life, you can heal your brain, you can heal your neural pathways, and it all just comes down to these nodes that you have in the brain, in the pathway that is creating your behaviors and patterns. Okay, so pretty much I think I've explained how affirmations work. Just by saying these things over and over again to yourself is going to reprogram your brain to think differently, to think positively. Why is that important coming up to the new moon that's coming? Well, because for a few reasons. We're coming up to the end of the astrological year, so meaning we're coming to the end of the zodiacs. A new astrological year is beginning. So this is a great time to set in new intentions, new goals, and you want to be really clear of things. You want to be willing to heal. You want to be willing to let some of these patterns go, because we want to create that space so that we can sow the seeds that we're planting in the new moon. And if you are following the moon cycles along with me and doing your rituals, you can take a look back and then you can see like how far you've come and celebrate that and create yourself some affirmations that can go with that resonate with you and whatever works for you in that way. So I think that's pretty much all I'm going to say about the like how it all works and whatnot. But I do have a list of affirmations that are in that blog that I have posted. You can go pick out some ones that really resonate with you and make your own list. Or I have created a YouTube video with an affirmation meditation. You can go and check that one out too. All of that is linked in the blog, and I've also got it posted up. I'll link it in here in just a moment. And then another thing that I want to talk about with affirmations is some people are in a really difficult spot, and I completely understand that because that's where I started, and I didn't want anything to do with affirmations. I couldn't bring myself around to believing that they could work in any kind of way. So what I did to start affirmations is I just started my affirmations with gratitude. So writing down my gratitude, saying I am thankful for, and then just bringing in that kind of turn into your affirmations of just the gratitude affirmations, that starts to spitfire the change for you. That starts to spitfire how things work differently for you and how you start to think differently. And when you start to think differently, you're raising your vibration. And when you are raising your vibration, then you're healing, you're letting go, and you're just doing all of these amazing things to help you live your best life, to call in joy, to call in your manifestations, to bring in the things that you want. You're bringing your thoughts and feelings into alignment so that you're not manifesting the things that you don't actually want. Because whatever it is that you're thinking about is what is going to be most present. So if you're constantly thinking negative things, fearful things, more of that is just going to come back to you. But if you can get into a positive space and start doing affirmations and start thinking about the things that you really do want to bring in within you, then that's where this can help. All right, so I'm gonna just quickly grab you some links for the affirmations meditation, because it's powerful, guys. I mean, it really is. And then I also have the affirmations, the chakra affirmations that you can do while you're sleeping as well. It's also very, very powerful because it's programming your brain while you're sleeping. So you're literally not doing any work at all. The work is already done for you. The only thing that you need to do is make the commitment to do it. Right? And I know that that's scary. Some people hear commitment and they're like, I don't like that, because I used to be that too. I hated commitment too. I get it. But there was just too much positive change within my own life to deny how well it works and how well healing yourself works. And that's just really what I'm all about. That's what I'm all about. I want you all to live your absolute best life. I want you to be happy. I want you to be free of fear. I want you to use your ego as a tool. I want you to just have the most incredible experience that you can have, because do you know how slight your chances were that you got here? Like, do you even know how slight it is that you even ended up here during this time? Do you know how many souls wanted to be here during this time? It's a blessing to be here. So make sure that you are absolutely doing everything you can to live your absolute best life. And I feel like I'm preaching a little bit right here, but it's just such an important message. And I want to make sure that you're hearing me, because it is absolutely needed. It's needed. You are here for a reason. You have a purpose. You are worthy, and you are enough exactly as you are. Just be willing to heal and be willing to actually look at yourself, the good, the bad, the ugly, look at all of it and to be at peace with it, right? All right, so I've linked in the comments your positive affirmations link and the chakra affirmations link. So make sure you go check that out if you want to, or you can go check out the blog. Like I said, I have some affirmations written out there. And if you are having any issues with affirmations and you're finding yourself stuck, guess what? Reiki can really help you with that. So Reiki is what I do. That's kind of like my main thing. That's like my main deal. And what I love about Reiki is that you don't have to dig into the traumas. You don't have to dig into the things that have happened to you. You don't need to dig into all of that stuff, because Reiki just starts cleansing the chakras. And the chakras are just these little wheels of light that pretty much line up with a lot of major nervous centers within your body. And what happens is these traumas and events, not only do they create nodes in the brain, but they actually turn into cells in the body that get stored. And those cells can get cleansed and cleared out by having regular Reiki treatments. And you don't have to dig into it, and you just naturally start to feel better. You start to feel lighter. I had a treatment over the weekend, and it was just such a beautiful experience. And we were able to see that there was something going on. Even though everything else was great, we could see that there was something going on. And then she's left to heal that for herself. And then I have other clients that I have dealt with that were overcoming some really big issues. And now they are free from a lot of the things that used to hold them back, and they didn't have to dig into anything. So it just started to naturally progress and get their energy higher, raise their vibration. And when you do those things, it in turn makes your immune system stronger. And when you are in that area, then you can start to do these affirmations, you can start to do meditations, you can start to do the things that you actually do want to do so that you can start feeling better. But for some reason, fear or ego up until that point wasn't allowing you to do it, because you're like, but I know this, I know how this is, and I have a fear of the unknown. Like, is this going to change me? Is it going to make me different? Is it going to just whatever the excuses that the ego is coming up with? Yeah, it's going to change you. Yeah, it is going to make things different. But is that a bad thing? Like, are you at a point in your life where you can say that everything is absolutely perfect and that you don't need to heal from anything? Because I don't know if that's true for you or not, and maybe it is. I'm not going to be the one to judge, but I know my experience personally. I've been on this personal development journey for a while, and there's always something to heal. There's always something to do, and the most important thing that I can say about that in this regard is that you don't have to do it alone. There are so many people out there that want to help you and want to see you succeed, and I am one of them. So if you are interested in Reiki at all, or you want some more information, please do reach out. That's what I'm here for. This is what I do. And I would love to help you, and I would love to just see you set your journey to just something absolutely amazing, and to start seeing your projection, and just to start to see things that really work out for you, because it can and it will, especially if you're willing to commit yourself to your spiritual, emotional, and mental healing. And that's exactly what Reiki can do. That's what affirmations can do. That's what all of these moon things can do that I am always talking about. Like, this is what you can do. So if you're in a situation where you're feeling stuck, you're feeling stagnant in your life, you're not sure what's going on anymore, you just know that something has got to give, something has got to start feeling better soon. Just start somewhere, explore, see what resonates with you. Maybe it's meditation, maybe it's affirmation, maybe it's reaching out to me for some Reiki, maybe it's doing some crystal things, finding out what crystals resonate with you, what crystals call out to you, etc. Okay, I'm going to stop with that. And then I just want to say one more thing too. I'm thinking, and let me know in the comments below, but I am thinking about, because we picked up some new crystals yesterday, so I'm thinking about doing a live crystal sale next week sometime. I've got pyramids, I've got skulls, I've got towers, I've got spheres, I've got palm stones, I've got jewelry, I've got all kinds of things. Let me know in the comments below if you would like to have a live crystal sale. And if so, just let me know roughly what times usually work better for you guys, because I know that there isn't a whole lot going on Tuesday afternoon. Like, usually people are at work or doing something else. But let me know if there's a certain time that will work best for you, and I'll do my best to work around your schedules as well, if that's something that you want to take a look at, if you want to explore what crystals I have available, and just see what kind of calls out to you, because you never know what's going to call out to you, and that can start a huge shift for you as well. Hey Jen, thank you. All right, so I think I'm going to end it there. Let me know in the comments below if you would like to see a live crystal sale, because we got lots of beautiful things. Yeah, but seriously, go check out the blog with the affirmation guide. And then I also have a gratitude guide that I recently posted as well. Between those two, even if you just start there, you will begin to notice a difference. You will begin to notice a shift within you. And if you're really stuck and having some trouble, please, please, please reach out. It's not going to cost you anything to reach out. I'm here for you, and I want to see you live your absolute best life. So have a wonderful day, and we will see you again. I think next Tuesday is the next scheduled video. So we'll see you then.